welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton. And today we have a band here with us, and we're going to talk to them for a few minutes, and then we'll get to hear them play. So stick around. Let me introduce them. Welcome, Tim Brown and Walt Redmond. It's good to have you guys.
It's great to be here.
Thank you.
And you guys have been playing in the area for, a little while, right?
A couple of years. Yeah.
Not necessarily together. This part is new, but you're both pretty well known in the region.
I would hope so.
And the name of your current band is?
Mason Brown and the Shiners.
And I was saying, I'm seeing moonshine in a mason glass. I know my my mountain roots might be showing here a little bit, but that's the feeling I get from this name. Is that, am I close?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
You are.
Spot on.
Is that how you came up with the name? Is that?
Yeah, my name is Tim Brown. But,
yeah, I think the Brown came in there.
Yeah, and I work with a lady in Nashville, and she owns a publishing company, and she kind of guides me in some different areas. And she said the first thing you have to do is figure out something else to go by besides Tim Brown, because it's boring.
It is a little generic. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it doesn't stand out as much.
So, and my granddaddy always said everything in a mason jar is good, and it sounded country, and I, like you, have mountain roots, and all my family's from Franklin County, and Mason Brown and the Shiners just kind of worked.
That's great.
Not that we're promoting drinking illegal alcohol now.
No.
Of course not.
Course
that would
not.
be wrong. You can drink legal alcohol in a mason jar, right?
That's right. That's right. Drink sweet tea in a mason jar.
There you go. So what kind of, obviously it's country, but there's, a range of country. How would you describe the kind of music you guys are playing now?
We're more on the traditional side with, we've got some bluegrass influence and heavy influence from the whole outlaw movement, Waylon Merle type things, and but we're not necessarily like a manufactured pop country kind of.
So a little more roots, a little less.
Back to the basics.
Pop.
Yes, very front porch.
Now, we've heard your guys' names before. Walt, you used to play with your son.
Yes.
For a long
many
time.
years. Played in a lot of bands in the local Hampton area for a lot of years. More years than I care to mention.
Yeah, we don't have to count. We don't have to say how old we are at all. That's not required.
But it's just something that's in your blood. Music. Any musician knows that. You just strive to keep playing, to stand in front of a crowd and please them and play your music the best you can.
And has your music evolved over time? And do you do something different now than you did?
Totally different playing
Really?
music with Tim than I was playing rock and roll music, and now to go to country was a big step forward for me.
Oh, forward. Okay.
Yeah.
So just, how did that come about? How did it feel to you?
It took some getting used to. He writes a song. When he writes a song, he hears it up here, and he conveys to the rest of the guys in the band what he's hearing them play. I want you to play it like this, or like that, or bump, 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 like that. Until we get it right, then Daddy's happy.
So you really were learning. I mean,
Yeah,
has
yeah.
that been fun?
Oh,
Has
yeah.
it been a real kick?
It's been a struggle to make that swap over from rock to country. Yeah. Totally different, but
He
I
holds
like
his
it.
own.
I'm a convert now, so.
You're a convert.
Yeah.
Were you always like the leader of the band? Has that been your role, or have you just stepped into it?
I am now, yeah. And they kind of voted me into that role, and I've taken it with great pride. And it's all for the love of music. And like he said, I write pretty much everything we play. And
Now, is that new for you, or have you been doing that for a while?
no, I've been writing for quite a while.
Okay.
So that's big passion.
All right. And previously, some of the bands you played with?
Probably the most well-known band was Tin Roof Union, which was a few years ago, and then I've been playing. I also played with Walt Redmond Jr. Walt and I have shared stage hundreds of times, so we've been doing this a while.
So you used to play rock when you were playing with them, or it was a fusion kind of a influence?
Yeah, it was kind of a mix of rock, country, southern rock, and whatever else the crowd was hollering out
Yeah.
for us to play at the time.
So this band, though, Mason Brown, you guys are going into the studio. You're getting ready to do an album?
Yes, we are actually in the studio right now
Okay.
recording, and we hope to be finished recording within the next couple weeks, and then we'll do the mixing and mastering, and hopefully press the CD for distribution mid-September.
So this is really, are you going to be doing a lot more tours, a lot more concerts?
Yes.
That'll
yes.
be fun. So I know
Yeah.
we're going to see you at the History Museum shortly.
Yes.
But we should check hampton.gov and look at, some of the other sites and see where you're playing.
Absolutely.
frequently,
Yes.
right?
Yes. as frequently as we
Okay.
can.
And you grew up in Hampton, right?
I did.
So you've been in this area for a while,
My entire life.
your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
I went to school with his mother.
Oh, no, really? You guys have known each other that long?
That long.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So did you know his son when you guys were littler?
Probably from about early teens.
Okay.
And
When
we,
you started playing music, maybe?
Yeah, and we were like brothers. So yeah.
So this band is like family.
It is.
That's
it truly
really
is.
neat.
It
I
truly
consider
is.
him a son.
Yeah, and then you called him Dad when he's the leader. So it
Yeah.
goes back and forth. the
Yeah, it's just
relationship.
mutual respect there.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Okay, well, I really want to hear you guys play, so I don't want to
Excellent.
talk anymore. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Okay, we're going to wrap up here and come back, and they will be on the round robin stage. Hang on.
I'm Tim Brown. We are Mason Brown and the Shiners, and this is an original song called American Farmer. I put 100 miles on Grandpa's knee, on his back or in the field, baling hay and praying for a bumper crop. When the rain don't come, don't nothing grow. It's the only life that he's ever known. He keeps plugging along, don't ever stop. At the end of the day, he just smiles and says, "This is my life, this is the way. It's what I was born to do, it's just how I was raised. No, it ain't easy. We work just a little bit harder. This is the life, this is the way of an American farmer." Well, the bank came by his house today, told the old man to find a way to pay off all the notes on the land he loves. He just stood in his field and fought back tears. Who'd have known after all these years he'd watch his life go up in a cloud of dust. He climbed back on his tractor, fired it up, and said, "This is my life, this is the way. It's what I was born to do, it's just how I was raised. No, it ain't easy. We work just a little bit harder. This is the life, this is the way of an American farmer." Farm auction gavel fell, sold everything he had to sell. He packed up his pride and then he drove away. Now he works part-time at the hardware store, downtown selling seeds and more. Looks back on his life and proudly says, "This is my life, everything's okay. Guess I was born to do whatever whatever it takes, it ain't been easy. I work just a little bit harder. No matter what I do, I'll always be. Look inside my heart and what you'll see is an American farmer. This is my kind of town. I wanna live in a town where the corn grows, the kind of town nobody knows except for a couple hundred people or so. They all feel like folks. The kind of town that might sound funny. Work hard and not much money. Take your time to stop and say hi. They're real good at getting by. Main Street don't ever change. Everybody knows everybody's name. Good news gets around fast, not nearly like the bad. There's only one way in and one way out of my kind of town. Race cane come Saturday night by the glow of the KC lights, cornhole and natty light. Sounds like a real good time. Sunday mornings are made for church. Your best jeans and tucked in shirt. Amazing Grace right there with you, sitting in the front pew. Main Street don't ever change. Everybody knows everybody's name. Good news gets around fast, not nearly like the bad. There's only one way in and one way out of my kind of town. Main Street don't ever change. No stoplights and no two lanes. 10 trucks to every car, gold in the mason jars. Come on.